Okay folks, so we had a chance to demo a John Deere 9900 chopper here yesterday that Kaz Equipment ended up bringing out to us yesterday afternoon. We were able to chop half of this field here. We chopped the lower one down there, and we chopped the field on the other side of that open ditch. We're going to show you some action of this 9900 chopper. Ours is an 8700. We've got a 12-row head on the 99, and we've got a 10-row head on ours. So at the end of the video, we'll walk around both machines and we'll show you the similarities and the differences between the two of them. Enjoy the rest of the video, folks, and we'll catch you at the end when we do the walk around. Alright, we are going to jump in this 9900 chopper. It's got a 12-row head on it, and we're going to do some chopping here with it. We've got 3 trucks here, so we better get moving. Alright folks, now we are going to walk around. We're going to kind of walk around both machines here real quick. Both of these choppers have auto steer on them, and then auto steer works off of these little rubber things here. They come against the row, and they need constant pressure on them, and then that'll keep the chopper in the center of the row. So both of them have auto steer on them, and they're using a what's called a row finder with the feelers. Now on the 9900 here, we're going to jump up in the back of it where the kernel processor goes in. This chopper here has what's called a shear kernel processor, and ours just has a regular kernel processor in it, and we'll show you the differences between those two units. You can't really, I don't have this one rolled out, it's still in the machine. It looks a little different than ours from the appearance from the back side. The kernel processor on this chopper has bearings that run in oil. So there's an oil reservoir right there on the side of the cab, and then that is constantly running oil in on the bearings for the kernel processor. So this kernel processor is the black piece down in here. I wish I could pull it out and show you the rolls on it. The rolls are slightly different than the processor that's in our chopper. Here's the oil line here, and then that goes over, and it's constantly oiling the bearings on the kernel processor. And then there's also there's little temperature gauge wires that go to the bearings, and it's actually monitoring the temperature of the bearings as well. It runs off a larger belt. I think this is an 8 ribbed pulley belt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe it's 9. That's a 9 rib belt, and ours is a 6. So that's a difference there from ours. Now we'll run over and we'll show you the kernel processor that's in ours quick, and then we'll come back to some other things here. Okay, now we're climbing up into our machine, and here is the kernel processor that's in ours. It's the green piece right there. This one's got an automatic greaser line hooked to it. That small line that runs over there, that runs up to the greaser bank. We're running ours with a 6 ribbed belt. Like I said, I wish I had the 2 units out so we could show you the difference between the processing rolls. The processing rolls on the 9900, it's supposed to do a little better job processing. Now we're going to walk around this unit here. This has DEF on it. In 2018, anything over 700 horsepower had to have, the emissions had to be improved, and when they went to that requirement here from the EPA, they ended up switching engine brands here. That's a Liebherr engine in this unit. This is a I believe it's a 24 liter, and it's a V12. There's a lot of engine in there. When they designed these choppers from the 8000 series, they were kind of getting ready for this engine with just the design change from the 7000 to the 8000. Now the 8000, the difference between an 8000 and a 9000 is not much in appearance. Kind of like going from a 50 series to an 80 series, a 7050 to a 7080. So you can see this engine here is really packed in there. Like I said, it's a V12. Muffler system on each side, and it's also got a separate air cleaner for each side of the engine. There's 2 air cleaners up on the top there. Just a lot going on in here. This chopper also has an air compressor on it, like a truck. So it's got an air tank there. I don't know if they're using, I don't think they're using air brakes anywhere. Other than using air compressor to blow the chopper off with, I don't know if there's another reason why this one has a compressor on it. But basically everything else, appearance wise, if you took the numbers off of these, it would be hard to tell the difference between the two of them. You got some body panels that are a little different on the 9000 series, but other than that, you know, the appearance of it is all the same. Being that this has got a 12-row head on it, there is a longer pipe on there, and this pipe has a fold-up extension on it. Along with that, if you notice the green bracket up there, that's the active fill camera, and this one's mounted horizontally, whereas ours is mounted almost vertically. So we're going to walk around ours quick, and then we'll walk up into the cab. But you can see the, I mean, you look at that engine that's in that one there compared to the engine that is in this one. This is a 19-liter Cummins engine. We don't have to run diesel exhaust fluid at all on this one. And it's a little smaller engine. Got a little more room inside the engine compartment here. But this engine that's in this machine with a 10-row head is perfectly sized for this machine here. So let's jump up in the cab quick. The cab is, I'm just going to show you the cab. It's the same as ours. We talked about diesel exhaust fluid here a minute ago. The step is a little different. It's ours is straight, and then there's a flat platform right here. The step is a little easier to get up in, and what I like about it is with where the fuel fill is. Now the fuel fill on the 7000s was up quite a ways. You had to climb the ladder. On ours, it's right here. And when you're filling with fuel, you can't climb up into the chopper. You can, but you have to climb over the top of the hose. And I'm usually blowing the chopper off and climbing up and around it and everything else. This one is nice. The fuel hose is right here, and you can get right up into the unit here. This has got leather seats in it. Ours has got cloth seats, and then this one's got a refrigerator in it. I did not order a refrigerator with ours. I usually just carry a cooler with me and have a water bottle in there or whatever. The main thing is I like that big cup holder right there for coffee cups. Another thing that they've added to these 9000s, and I think we can put it on ours too, is this foot peg here. But other than that, the controls are all the same as our chopper. Somebody asked the other day if I'd go through some of these controls with them. This is your hydrostat lever. You've got these different buttons on here for raising and lowering the head. This is the button that you use to rotate the spout, and then this is head up and down. This button here is for active fill. That will automatically fill the truck. Emergency stop is here. Reverse on the feed rolls, forward on the feed rolls. And then there's some buttons on the bottom of the joystick here and on the back side. I don't know if you can see that or not, which ours has these same buttons. Horn is nice right there. And then you can change the configuration of the two buttons on the back, well, and the center one, and this one down on the side. I like to have my neck up and down on here, and then I put on the back side, I put the compressor sheet for the hay head on one switch, and the gauge wheels on the other one. So that's nice having that here. And then you can do the same function with the soft buttons on the armrest here. So everything else over in here, all of this stuff here is the same as our chopper. We have a monitor in ours. Ours is a 2630 monitor. This is a 4640. It's just the updated monitor. The gauge, the cap, everything else is the same as ours. This video is getting a little long, so we're gonna go ahead and close out this, and we'll do another quick walk around of it and show you what everything looks like here. So just a quick walk around. LeBaire 24-liter engine, V12, dual exhaust. The body panels are a little different is all. But other than that, that. They both look the same. 12 row head, 10 row head. Both of them have Kemper heads on them. Both of them are auto steer. We've got a 19-liter Cummins engine in our machine. Different kernel processor. Other than that, they are what they are. And we'll just kind of pan around here a little bit.